Senior Director, Solution Engineering, Salesforce, to speak on the topic Fostering Growth and Trusted Digital Relationships with Data AI CRM Trust. Mr. Chacko, please.
Thank you. Can you all hear me? Okay. It's a huge privilege, sir, to come after your speech, especially about like how you spoke about the importance of technology in the current world. We've clearly taken away the three takeaways that you gave us. One is about being a foolproof technology. The second one is about how we actually invest R&D dollars, especially to kind of make sure that the upgrades are seamless to you. And three is to make it commercially viable. So we have definitely taken that as inputs as an entry into this presentation. So over the next 20 minutes, what I would like to cover is like how Salesforce has actually helped other banks and NBFCs to foster growth as well as build trusted relationships in this digital world. My name is Deepu Chacko. I'm the Senior Director for Salesforce, and I lead the solution engineering for the country. Is there a clicker? Before that, before I start the presentation, I want to start with a token of gratitude. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your interest, and thank you for allowing us to like present here. Before I get into the presentation, a quick forward-looking statement. Salesforce is a publicly traded company, so please make your purchasing decisions based on what's currently available. If you look at the history of Salesforce, we've been here for about 25 years. And right from the get-go, our only vision has been, how do we make sure that you are able to connect with your customers in a whole new way? When we started out, cloud was the go-to thing. Then came SMAC, which is social, mobile, analytics, and cloud. How did we actually enable our customers to be able to meet their customers at each one of these paradigm shifts in the technology? And that has been our go-to mantra all along. So in one sentence, if you were to ask, like, what does Salesforce really do for our customers? It's about helping you connect to your customers in a whole new way. And that is something that we've been doing phenomenally well for the last 25 years. On the left-hand side, you actually see our market share. Our market share is actually all four of our competitors combined. We are more than actually them in the market share. Now, how did we actually go about doing it? So if you look at this, what we call as a donut wheel, right from, if you were to go from the right-hand side, it starts out first with making sure that you have the right data strategy. See, one thing that is actually very clear with all of our customers is that enormous amount of data is actually present with you already. But are you able to take advantage of it? Are you able to unlock that trapped data? Is something that our customers has put forward as challenge that we are actually meeting them and solving with our products. And then once you actually do that, how do you actually stay with your customer's entire life cycle? Right from sales, service, marketing, integrations, collaborations, how are you able to do all of that on a single platform? What we have seen with our customers is they have many different type of applications that suits that particular purpose, right? But it is not integrated. It is not connected. People don't actually have the full 360-degree view of the customer. And that is what we are actually trying to solve with the customer 360 platform that we have within Salesforce. Now, if I were to put that into the context of a financial services, so if you were to look if you remember what I first said is, how do you actually bring together all of the data? How do you make sure that you know what my transactions are, what my behavioral patterns on the website is, what am I actually interacting with mobile, how have I responded to your campaigns, have I done that on email, have I been more active on WhatsApp? Once you understand all of this data, then you actually get to put me in the right segment. And once you're able to put me in the right segment, then you put me in the right campaign. And then when you actually reach out to the channel of my choice, right? Deepu, as a customer, I might be more comfortable responding on WhatsApp. I may not be comfortable at all taking a phone call. So understanding what is my channel of preferences is very, very critical. Once you actually put me into that right particular marketing campaign, let's say if I express the interest, then to be able to track me as a lead across all of your channels, be it a branch walk-in, or when you actually call me as a from your call center, or when you send me campaigns, to kind of make sure that I'm being tracked seamlessly across all of these different channels is the next critical thing. And once I've expressed interest, then how do you actually go ahead and capture the right set of information that is enough for you to give, as an example, an in principle approval? All of this is something that we actually enable for our banks and our NBFCs today in the country. Top 9 out of the 10 banks actually operate and execute some of these use cases with us. And if you look at that whole journey, right, like all the way from marketing campaign, from making sure you're tracking lead across any of your channels, doing the quick data entry, doing the detail, the decisioning, and not just that, right? Like any lending journey that we know of involves a lot of stakeholders, right? You start with your relationship manager, then you have call centers, then you have verification agencies, and you have underwriters. How do you actually have a single source of truth, a single platform that you can actually expose to all of your stakeholders? You might actually need a mobile app. You might actually need a WhatsApp channel for them to actually interact. How do you make sure that you have a single platform that allows you to do that is something that we actually enable all of our customers in the country. And then once you actually onboard me as a customer to your organizations, how do you then engage with that customer, right? How do you actually put them on the right marketing journey so that, let's say, if I open up an account, are you able to send an email within, let's say, 3 days saying that, hey, we have this mobile app, why don't you actually download the mobile app? If you have not actually opened that email, are you able to actually push that particular new customer to a call center to say, can you actually call them up and then talk to them about the services that you offer? How are you able to continuously engage that is something that is very core to nurturing. And you spoke about, sir, about like how do you now double your revenue in the next year, right? How do you actually double and how do you actually build loyalty with your customers is kind of making sure that you're nurturing them constantly on their journey, right? So customer service is something that we actually do for a lot of our banks. And then finally, about doubling the revenue, it's all about like cross-sell and upsell and targeting the customers in the right channel, right? And how do you make sure that this single platform in which you're investing, once you actually build it for a product, and there is a new product that you want to actually launch in the market, how do you not go through that whole journey of building it again? Because the things that you actually build here are modular, that you can actually use it for any product, any product that you're actually willing to cross sell. But that is what we have been helping our customers for the last 15 years, right? We've been helping them bring together the data. We've been helping them bring together a single customer 360. But we all know, right? We are in an AI revolution. But it is not just an AI revolution, right? We are in a data revolution. And it is not just data, right? We are in a productivity revolution. Why do we care about AI so much, right? It is because it makes our life easier. How many of us have actually used an email to draft, AI to actually draft an email, right? How many times have we actually given it a whole bunch of documents and then just summarize the whole thing for us, right? Because it's actually a productivity enabler is the reason why AI is very popular today, and very clearly we are in that revolution. But for that, data is actually the key. Your AI is only as good as the kind of data that you're actually feeding it in, right? And it is no surprise that managing data and bringing it all together is one of the biggest problems that our customers are currently facing. And it is not that they have data warehouses. Everybody has data warehouses where they're collecting data. But how are they actually using that in the flow of work? Is it available only to a set of analysts who are churning reports for leadership? Is it actually available for your agents in the front end? Is it available for your relationship managers? Those are some of the challenges that we are actually helping our customers address. And this is, when we did a survey, I think close to about 1,000 plus applications is what we are seeing that a lot of our enterprise customers are actually having, where they store data about the customers. And so the question that you need to actually ask yourself is, do you really actually have a customer 360, or are they just silos? I mean, you've been in the business for such a long time, so you definitely have a system, right? But then are they silos, or are you able to actually truly understand your customer? So that's a question that I want to leave you with, right? Now, how did we actually address this for our largest of the largest customers, right? How does Data Cloud become like the secret sauce that we have been able to enable our customers? On the left-hand side, you actually look at all of the data sources that you currently might be having, right? Be it website data, be it mobile data, you might already be a Salesforce customer, in which case you will have the sales data, the service data. You could actually be running a data warehouse on your hyperscalers, right? You could actually have engagement data that is all sitting on your left hand side. Data Cloud helps you actually bring all of them together and help you harmonize. And what do we mean by that, right? In your loan management systems, I could be represented as Deepu Chacko with this mobile number, with the correct address. But on your website, when I'm browsing, I might actually give only a mobile number and just a name, right? Now, how do you actually stitch a behavioral data on your website with your systems of record? And how do you know that these are all, it's pointing to the same customer that is called as Deepu Chacko in your system, right? So that harmonizing and connecting at hyperscale is what Data Cloud actually enables you. Now, this is something that all data warehouses do, right? But what is the beauty of like in Data Cloud is that now that you are able to harmonize, how do you now activate it in the channel of your choice? As an example, let's say when an agent, the customer is calling in into your call center and the agent has picked up the phone, for that agent to know that Deepu as a customer, this is the lifetime value with the particular organization. By the way, these are also his engagement data. These are the campaigns that he has actually responded to. So how do you actually get that entire view of data? And that is what we're calling as unlocking the trapped data in your organization and making it available in the flow of work, right? It is not just like sitting somewhere, but making it in the hands of the relationship manager, making it in the hands of the user who's sitting in the branch, making it in the hands of the call center agent. And that is what the power of Data Cloud actually brings in. And all of this put together is what we call as the Einstein 1 platform, right? So when we actually, here at Salesforce, when we look at, talking about our products, right in the middle, is what you actually see is the bread and butter of us, right? It's the CRM, sales, service, marketing, commerce, analytics. On the left-hand side is what we are solving for our customers today, right? We are helping them harmonize their data and making each one of these capabilities more richer. And where we are taking them in the future is how do we actually now use all of this data and all of this context and make sure that their AI capabilities are more richer, more relevant, and more personalized. And these are some of the use cases that we have actually helped in each one of those modules. So like from a lead generator standpoint, how do you actually unlock new revenues? How do you improve the quality of leads? How do you actually have better ROI and marketing spends, right? Today, a lot of our customers spend an enormous amount of money, let's say on an IPL match or on a TV ad. How are they able to optimize all of those spends is something that we are able to surface with analytics from within our Data Cloud. And we have it across each one of these use cases. I want to talk a little bit about RBL Bank, a customer that is very close to my heart, that I've been associated with for a very, very long time. RBL Bank runs their entire credit card origination process on Salesforce. Now, what is the amazing thing that they have been able to achieve is how are they able to track lead across so many different channels on which they offer their credit cards, right? And it is not just about tracking these leads, but how is somebody able to like take that lead, nurture it across their entire journey of the customer. How are all of their relationship managers, the sales managers, how are they able to actually derive valuable insights that are relevant to them, right? All of these are something that we have enabled RBL Bank as a customer, and the metrics that you actually see there almost a 50% reduction in the overall credit decisioning TAT, 50% decrease in the credit card onboarding time, as well as some of the days that we spoke about, right? Like from almost a month to bring it to days in terms of processing all of their information. I have a whole set of like demos now, like everything that I've actually spoken about, we've laid out in demos. So if you could just take your phones out and scan this QR code, it'll let you actually into a demo page where you can actually look at all of these demos. To start out with, I'll take one particular use case, which is the RM assistant. Like when somebody is walking into a branch, how do they actually use Salesforce to, onboard the customer? So if you could just have you play the video. Yeah.
Hi, I have logged in as a relationship manager and I start my day by checking my leads, targets, my achievements, and so on. As an RM, my top priority is to meet my numbers quarter on quarter. The home page gives me a clear view of my book of business wherein I am seeing that I have to fill the gap of 30%, saving a lot of my time looking for information across multiple systems. With this intelligent view, I decide to work with leads that have higher lead score so that I use my time wisely. I see that Shilpa is a good prospect with high lead score. As an RM, I use my mobile device where the same information is available on the go in real time. I meet Shilpa and understand that she needs personal loan. I see that most of the data points here are pre-filled with the help of various integrations and OCR capabilities, thus minimizing my data entry time. I quickly capture few more information from Shilpa to assess her loan eligibility. The guided journey is helping me in not only capturing relevant information but also running the application journey quickly. I see that eligibility is a success for Shilpa and at the same time a loan application is auto created in real time. This is where I validate and capture a few more data specific to loan details, and based on the details captured, system runs integration checks and validations basis predefined rules and confirms whether the application is a straight through process or will have to be referred to the credit team. And as it turns out, it's a straight through process and Shilpa is my new customer. Her loan account is created and is ready for dispersal, making Shilpa overjoyed. And at the same time, as an RM, I have overachieved my target for the quarter with the help of prioritized leads, workflow automations, and connected processes. Hi, I have logged in.
So I'll leave the QR code on for a few minutes so that you can, access these demos. So, sir, hopefully this gave you a little bit of perspective in terms of how we have actually helped our other customers. The key things that you spoke about was upgrade, and that is one thing that I want to touch upon. Salesforce, because right from the start, we've been a cloud-based organization, which means we've been able to release features every 4 months, every year for all of our customers. All our 350,000 customers are always on the latest version. There is no concept called as upgrade for us. Everybody is on the latest versions because we run on cloud for that. And in fact, for the next 5 years, we've also published when are the dates and all of these like upgrades are going to come in, right? Subhash, as you spoke about, how do we actually bring in like, youth into the cooperative bank environment, right? Now, one of the things that we have actually seen with youth is like, how are they able to self-serve them really well? Trailhead is actually a website that we have opened it up for public. It is free for anybody. It has the same knowledge and same information about Salesforce that we as employees have access to. Anybody can actually go in there, learn about like what a Salesforce is, how do you actually configure these data, these page layouts, and it is more of a self-serve way that they can actually learn. And that is something that, in fact, we have actually partnered with Skill India as well to educate, to bring Salesforce onto our colleges as well. But thank you for that question. And that brings me to the end of this session. Thank you for your time. If there's any questions, we are here in the booth right outside, but more than happy to take any questions.
We would now like to present a token of appreciation to Mr. Chacko.